You are listening to Maximum Pew Pew, an actual play RPG podcast. Maximum Pew Pew follows continuous storylines and are meant to be enjoyed from the beginning. This episode follows the Dead Sons storyline and may contain spoilers for the Dead Sons adventure path published by Paizo Incorporated. The following segments may contain mature themes and adult language. In this episode, the party tails some of the locals on Nejeor 6. It's the summer of 1997 in West Virginia, and the Glenwood 4-H camp is currently breaking in new counselors with day camps before the longer engagements begin. With the kids gone at 5 every night, it's just the counselors, some mostly empty bunkhouses, and a private lake. Head, Heart, Hands, Hell is a one-shot adventure compatible with Free League's Things from the Flood, and includes 10 pre-generated characters with interconnected storylines that may be used for this or other Things from the Flood adventures. Head, Heart, Hands, Hell is now available on itch.io as a donate what you want product, with all proceeds benefiting Team WV Fox and Cincinnati Children's Hospital. Learn more at maxpew.itch.io.
You just tell them that we're not the same assholes that were here before.
I just told them I'm not a demon.
We're actually chasing after those assholes to get them.
Nah, I'm gonna handle it my way. Not a demon. And put away my gun.
They don't really dignify it with comment.
Okay. So I'm gonna be like, so I'm just gonna follow you, right? Like, because I want to have a conversation with you. You guys are walking away. It's really rude.
Presumably the leader of this group will
I can see you like, what the hell?
We'll say, like, go on ahead. So, like, the other two, they're kind of like taking this one person back.
Yeah,
but I mean, he's still at the ready. He's still got axe
cool.
out.
Yeah. So
throw a serum of healing out.
So I'm gonna tell him, yeah.
And it's gonna be this one right here.
Yeah, I don't think giving him a syringe full
thing.
of mystery liquid is a way to make friends.
Yeah.
Like, this will make you feel better, I swear. It's all like, is it heroin? Because I don't know what it is.
I mean, it could be
It could be, for all we know. I don't know.
Okay.
We don't even know what's in it, and we use it.
So I'm just there with the leader.
Okay.
All right, and I'm just going to say, like, so we're seeing some signs that you may have met some people that have a similar appearance to us. We're hunting them down.
The ones that wore bones and fought with fierce rage.
Yeah, we're hunting them down. So any information you could give us would be super helpful.
Make me some type of social check.
And we're doomed!
Diplomacy, maybe?
I don't have diplomacy. I have intimidate and bluff.
Don't make me roll.
I mean, I could spice it up to bluff it. You're invisible, and they don't know you're there.
Cyna, please.
A disembodied voice.
You
in
can
a foreign language.
You can.
No. I'm a team player. Ion has to handle it his way.
No, that's fair.
I mean, I can like make it real fancy.
Just
so
don't
I
doom us.
qualify as a bluff.
Just don't doom us.
Well, you can lie about your sincerity.
Yeah,
That's definitely a lie.
like I'm gonna put in. Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah. Like, I'm all about redemption and not just randomly murdering, like, you know, the fantasy RPG group that came up and recruited us. But,
yeah, seriously, we just got jumped by LARPers.
But at the same time, like,
Hitting us with Starfinder
I'm also
swords.
comfortable murdering them. So I'll lie about my sincerity and not wanting to hurt them.
Okay. Make me a bluff check.
Oh, it's only a 12. It's pretty bad.
A 12. So you're attempting to kind of milk more information about their interactions with the Cult of the Devourer.
Yeah, I really just wanted them to know, like, we're not them.
We want to kill them.
We would
rather kill them.
On the plus side, the DC on his sense motive is really low if this guy wants to figure out what...
Yeah.
I mean...
He gets to.
Yeah, I mean, on the die, it's like...
Yeah.
Lying as hell.
I mean, that's fun.
Yeah, this creature squints all
again.
3 eyes at you. And
Pretty unique right there. I like that.
That's
yeah,
a lot of squinting. You
Yeah,
earned
that's-
every bit of it.
that's a
Yeah,
lot.
I squint back at him. Meanwhile, I have a mask on, and I go to squint my third eye as well.
The sunburst also like just squint, like eclipses slightly.
Great. You now look like Sailor Moon's cat.
There are worse things in this world.
Oh, Salem.
How many?
You
Wait, no, Sailor Moon's cat was Luna.
yeah, I never admitted to watching it.
Salem was Sabrina's.
The Teenage
There's
Witch.
a video
Yes.
of me from like over 10 years ago singing Sailor Moon at Subasakan. One of like the first Subasakan.
Oh,
Sailor
gosh.
Moon
Is that like
was the
bootleg
shit.
material? Or not
You
bootleg?
know, you just put that on like a podcast.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. There are like 3 people on the internet that
Hey.
now know that.
Sailor Moon
You're right.
was the shit.
I have to trust you. I'm sure
Fucking-
cable was too. If you were fortunate enough to have that at a young age when it was relevant.
It was on Cartoon Network.
I had 13
Right.
channels growing up. Guess what? Cartoon Network wasn't one of them.
Yeah, Cartoon Network isn't between 0 and 13 ever.
No.
You know what it is? Like PBS and
Well, can I
NBC.
position this
I watched a
aluminum
lot of
foil
PBS
and
growing up.
antenna?
Yeah.
They
You know,
at least had
I think the
shows
people
geared to
listening
children.
probably got way too much of this conversation on the Tales from the Loop.
Oh yeah, this might be a little inside baseball for some of you.
All right.
Anyways,
This
So he's not trusting me.
he's
not feeling-
for
distrustful.
good reason.
He
Right, that's
basically
fine.
just like points his axe at you. He's like, "Do not follow us. There are significantly more of us than there are of you.
You think you can stop me
Would you like to try?"
all day, every day?
I will make the attempt.
He
Cyna will come over the comms and say, "Is it a bad thing that I'm following them?"
No, go for it. Don't be seen.
Oh, and that's
It's a
when we
great thing
split
as
the
long as you're not
party.
being seen.
I don't think these guys have scanners at all.
Yeah, they got like sticks. All right, so I'm just gonna say like, you really can't stop me. 10 of you
shit.
can't stop me. 20 of you can't stop me. I'm giving you an opportunity to talk.
That's a
Oh,
good
shit.
intimidate check right
Yeah.
Oh shit! Son.
This is not first contact protocol.
That's
there.
a
Really
30.
big number.
Well, it's a good
30.
thing we're not the first ones making contact with him. This has
Yeah.
got to be like third contact.
that's a 30.
You can see that the comment really kind of shakes him a bit, but he says, "My tribe will take its chances."
I say against all of us, and then I'll say on the comms when I snap my fingers, come visible again. I don't snap my fingers.
I become visible again. Zenka doesn't care.
On the comms, I say when I snap my fingers, become visible again, and then I snap my fingers.
Oh, cool. I guess I'm visible again.
Yeah, so everyone's
Um,
visible again.
That is the most in.
I say, oh yeah,
incommittal.
the other one is
Dis-
already with your tribe.
We'll take our chance. We'll take our chances, demon.
That's fine.
And he proceeds to walk off again.
That's fine. I'll follow him very casually. I'm all about that. Like, if he wants to say, don't push my button, don't leave it out there for me to push. Boop! Right? But boop! Big red button, do not push. Why didn't you cover it with a glass panel? You just left it out there.
So you
for me to
continue
push.
following him?
Oh, yeah, dude, but real casual. Not like crazy. Just
Not
like,
angry and
like, you know,
tactical.
a casual stroll down the grocery aisle.
He turns around and charges you with his axe.
That's fine. I'm going to put a roll of quarters in the stomach.
Oh, that's a good roll too.
You're not there. You're following Sick Boy.
I can hear.
Yeah, but I don't say that out loud.
So 32 hit your kinetic.
Yeah, it does.
I can see on my screen.
Oh yeah, you can.
13
Yeah, I can see
slashing
this
and
nonsense
archaic.
happening too. How do I
So that's
stop
going to be
this?
13 minus 5 minus 8. Yeah, it does no damage.
Okay, your turn.
All right. So
What spells do I?
Well,
have
I
to
mean,
stop
Cyna,
this
you're
nonsense?
marching on. Zenka,
Yeah.
Ion just really wants to fight. You can't understand a word of this other than, like, obviously
yeah, but
he
we're
wanted
probably
to-
pretty sure that tone he's been using would have pissed off any of us. We just spent 14 days trapped on a spaceship with him.
I'm going to ready a spell
Okay.
in the event that Ion fucks up a bitch.
In the event ions. Ion, your turn. You were just slashed at again.
All right. I'm going to say self-defense, and then I'm going to shoot him in the stomach.
Point blank?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go for it, bro.
That's a 31 kinetic.
Yeah.
That's 12 slashing archaic.
That doesn't damage me.
Okay.
You have to break 14 to damage.
Oh, wait. I might
Keeps
not be
rolling
able
low.
to ready the action. That's okay.
Somebody
So
call
that's going to
Vesper.
be a 26 kinetic.
It hits.
Vesper, we may need your healing prowess.
So that's going to be 14 damage.
Okay.
And I'm going to say this doesn't have to continue.
Can I change what I did? I want to cast
Sure.
a cantrip. Fabricate scrap.
You make a little pile.
I'm making a pile of garbage.
What?
Okay.
Well, isn't there?
I have
Hold on.
reasons.
There's all that crap from the
Is
from
there?
the remember they said around the landing pad there was all the remains
mechanical
of the
scrap?
Oh,
Yeah.
material
okay,
for
never
like
mind.
refueling ships.
Never
and
mind. I
crap.
resumed doing what I was actually doing the first time around.
Okay.
It's okay. Which is still they're just the readied action for Ion fucking nonsense.
You want to summon the medic bot?
Yeah,
Maia.
mainly to heal him to keep him from dying.
Jeez. What is there that I could even do to fix this situation? Nothing.
Shove your gun down Ion's
Shoot
throat.
Ion.
You could do non-lethal to him, and then when he comes unconscious, we can tie him up, and then we can get back on our ship and use our ship's universal translators to talk to him with someone who has a diplomacy check. Because I'm not going to diplomacy a guy when when I am a reformed liar, and my one skill is either lie or intimidate.
Right.
I'm not going to be like, hey, let's be
I will
nice about it.
try
No,
my
I'm all
best
like, I
to
don't
do
want to
that.
do
Born
this.
liar, and that's my one skill.
To non-lethal this man.
I may have made some bad
Is there a specific
decisions.
rule set like I can't use a certain gun type or
You just generally take a -4 because your gun is not made for that.
right.
Yeah, it's
And
like shooting him in the kneecap.
yeah,
so
you're
you're trying to be
trying to-
real selective with your shot.
Yeah. The
Alright.
good book's a little more fuzzy on the subject of kneecaps.
Well, that's a high roll. So take the -4, but then take -2.
You're no longer shaken.
Yeah.
Right. So I just meant for like my scan. I basically,
Oh, you
its
got-
effectiveness makes it too higher. But so it's
Gotcha. Okay.
like, so I don't know, 27.
Yes.
Probably. Yeah. This is non-lethal, so 18 non-lethal. He's a little colder.
He's had better luck trying to attack you, so he's going to take a double swipe at Ion. That's going to miss.
Fishing for 20s.
And that'll likely hit 32 miles, or 28 kinetic.
20 kinetic. Yeah, that will hit.
Okay. 18 slashing and archaic.
-5,
So that's going to be
-8.
5. So my force field is done for the day, but he still hasn't hit my stamina.
Okay. Cyna, you're on your own adventure?
Sure. I'm going to follow these guys, and it's turned into a scouting mission for me.
Okay.
And that's fine. I mean, we can because we have all the masks on, so we can see what each other are doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zenka.
All right, I'm
and
gonna go.
this
I'm
way, I can tell Ion I told you so later.
I'm gonna go ahead and make that robot because I have a feeling you're gonna drop him soon.
Okay.
That's not true.
Well, I got 8 rounds. It can't do treat deadly wounds because it doesn't exist long enough.
I'm about to deadly wound the shit out of him.
Can it do like?
I'm not, though.
It can do first aid,
All
and
right,
it
my turn?
technically.
Yeah, Ion.
So I'm
Okay.
going to non-lethal shoot him with a roll of quarters.
Okay. and there's medic bot on standby.
Yes.
Just
Shoot him
like
with a
it's
roll of
already
beans
caught
this
up.
time,
What's this
like
thing going to
uncooked
do?
beans.
Save your life.
That'll.
It's gonna make sure you don't die.
Ugh. That's only a 7. That's not going to hit him.
What'd you
cooked
get?
beans.
14k AC with the -4.
No.
Yeah.
It would probably hit if you weren't trying to non-lethal.
That's why I don't try to non-lethal that often, guys.
That's fine. Yeah, it technically can do treat deadly wounds, but it doesn't. It's not. It doesn't exist long enough.
We're going to get you a
Only got 20.
merciful fusion next
Yeah.
to Pistol Hue.
Okay.
No. I can do that.
This is also still non.
It takes me.
Okay.
Just to confirm that. 12 non-lethal.
You knock him unconscious.
All right, let's dust the ice off this man.
Good work.
No, I can just do that. Actually,
Hand that down.
I forgot.
And we may have to adjust the gear that you
I forgot I
collected
cannot damage
when we
things.
figure out what.
Well, I have that Secrets of the Magi, but
Damn,
I just-
worth so much.
I just forgot because
They're
we don't
high-level
run
stuff.
up
They're
against
well-crafted.
something
They're
very
just-
often, which it applies to.
Okay.
So,
Okay, so
Okay.
you knock him unconscious. That being said, the other 3, 2 conscious, 1 unconscious, were making their egress
Are we counting
away
that
from
as
the area.
we successfully beat all of them though?
That depends.
Okay.
But it really depends on what Cyna plans on doing. And one of those is special. One of them has a extra piece of gear on them, and that's the one that you knocked out. The other one, we need to figure out what gear was retained because they just took their friend, and you weren't able to loot him yet.
No, that's all good. I'm
Gotcha.
I'm just
Yeah, I'm not too
doing XP right now.
Yeah, I'm
Got it.
not too concerned with the gear.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
All right.
I mean, we're going to put
It's gonna be a
anything
cool Halloween
archaic on
costume back on
ourselves.
Absalom. They're gonna be like, "Man, where'd you get all this cool archaic stuff?"
And they're gonna
Yeah.
shoot us. Just be all like, "Oh, it sucks."
Man.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
some really nice leather armor. You know what it doesn't do? Stop bullets.
Oh,
Hey,
right. Nobody
you know,
likes us.
You know what we used to do? You know what was the end of the Middle Ages? Bullets.
So let's change scenes
Right.
to Cyna.
All right.
Cyna, you see these two kind of sort of got the this one creature propped up, just on either shoulder, just kind of marching him
What's the
along.
general mood of these guys? I mean,
They're probably pissed that they just got their face kicked in.
Give me a sense motive.
11.
11.
That's a good die roll.
Scared and terrified.
You're not familiar enough with this race to really get a good read because
Okay.
you don't have any, their speech pattern is unlike most creatures. Again, it's
Yeah.
it's almost like listening to pigeons at roost. Like the language almost sounds like cooing.
Mm.
It's so it's really difficult for you to kind of
Okay.
put that to. I mean, they're cautious. They've got their heads on a swivel. They're certainly concerned about their friend because they didn't leave him there. But
So they've got compassion.
Well, yeah.
Not all races have that. They've dealt with.
but that's what
Yeah,
you
I mean,
can.
there's humans.
That's what you can gather from them. They seem to be
They're pretty shit
very
tackle.
interested in
That's
making their
never
way
not
from
true.
this area. Now, this metropolis that you're in
Mhm.
is kind of like an urban area. Not a lot of this urban area is being used. A lot of it's in disrepair. But you're not out really in the wilderness. You are in an urban setting that is
But it's kind of
deteriorated.
overgrown.
Very much so.
Okay.
and destroyed and rubbly and
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
yeah. Okay.
So, does the injured one look like he's in any danger?
He looks beat up, but he's
Okay.
breathing. Do you have a medicine check you want to throw?
Sure.
were you were the last one to land a hit?
Yeah.
On him?
Yeah. Yeah. All right, that'll be a 25 medicine.
Oh, absolutely. So you saw that hit land.
Mm-hmm.
And you watched you confirmed the hit land, and you think he'll be fine. He might have a rough evening, kind of shrugging off like the damage and stuff, and he might have some bruising, but you by no means don't think it's fatal. He just needs some rest.
I'm going to stay with... let me see how long my cloaking field lasts.
Yeah, give me just like one more stealth check too. Just
all right.
We make the healing bot invisible and have it follow them, and then try to.
How long does it last?
No,
it's moving.
It's only rounds.
Yeah.
So it just tries to do that. It can't attack, so it wouldn't become not invisible.
That's funny.
It calls it out that it
I feel like something's trying to bandage me.
So it's just invisibly just.
Where'd these compression stockings come
just
from?
bandages just out
Compression
of nowhere.
stockings. That's a different type of injury.
I don't know why that thought just went through my head, and it's like, this is technically possible. Not
All right.
very feasible, but technically. Because a construct is a creature, right?
Okay. So after 10 rounds, it's going to go inactive. So during that time, and then it just recharges 1 round a minute.
Yeah.
So I'm going to find cover and follow along. That stealth check without the cloaking field, I'm going to go predictable here. We're going to take 10 for a 32.
Okay.
Plus cover.
You go undetected.
Mm-hmm.
There's plenty of cover, but at the same time, there's plenty of like rubble and stuff. So like you've got to be very sure-footed to make sure you don't like kick rocks or anything like that.
Oddly enough,
but you're used to an urban theater anyway.
that was the last, the literal name of the last exploit I took is sure-footed.
Yeah. So you are used to an urban theater anyway, so this is fine for you. You go undetected. It appears that they know exactly where they're going. They're just kind of making, a beeline towards, and that's about the kind of the extent of what they're doing. They're kind of making a beeline, and then you hear, you and they both hear some type of conflict ahead.
All right. I'm going to kind of...
Because you hear it because it's unusual, but you also see them stop. And they kind of talk back and forth, and, they're trying to, they're trying to point over there and conversing with each other. Like, is it...
What does it... does it sound like modern combat, or does it sound like... bullets and lasers going pew, pew, pew? Or is it like shields and
clash,
swords?
Clash.
Yeah.
Twang, clash.
All right. So I'm going to get on our comms. And it's like, looks like there's some sort of battle going on in their encampment. And I'm going to transmit my coordinates.
Yeah. So you see these two and their unconscious friend. Instead of kind of sauntering up the middle of the road, now they're taking to like the sidewalks and hugging buildings and stuff and trying to be...
And they've got their unconscious friend.
Yeah, and they're trying to crouch down, and they're trying to be unseen and trying to hustle.
So here's what I'm going to do is we're going to take a risk, and I'm going to turn off my face mask that makes me scary, so they can actually see my face.
Yeah, you can.
And I'm going to go up, and I'm going to basically more or less stand where I'm going to be like really close to them when they see me.
Okay.
And basically do like the universal shh, just to be quiet, to let them know to be quiet and don't say anything. And hit their buddy with a what you call it?
Mark 1.
Mark 1 healing
okay.
serum.
So there's
stim pack.
So there's a lot going on
Yes.
there.
There's so much going on.
I know there are 4 points of failure in this plan.
Yeah, so let's start with part 1 where you become visible with just,
Yeah.
hand out, shush.
Yeah, no weapons.
Yeah. Hand out, shush there. This is, make me a diplomacy.
All right. Cocked die. I have been practicing diplomacy. 26.
They don't immediately shoot you.
All right.
So you come out like this. They recognize you. They recognize you as the
And
one
I
that
kind
put
of like,
their friend.
and I kind of look in the direction of the combat.
Yeah.
Do the combat noises and
So far they are not hostile.
Mhm.
They kind of see you come alive. They're cautious. One of them murmurs to the other, and you can see that they're kind of shifting the buddy over so that one person can support the weight and the other could be like ready
Right.
for combat.
then
Step 2.
Step 2 is, I grab one of my healing serums
Okay.
and I very cautiously and non-threateningly lean over and kind of point to their buddy and gesture with it and kind of show them how to use it and hand it to them.
Make me a diplomacy.
Ooh. Wow. 31.
Okay. You hand it.
Mhm.
One of them kind of snatches it and looks at it.
And yeah, I'll demonstrate. I'll pull out my other one and not hit myself with it, but demonstrate.
He kind of looks at it, confers with the other person,
And
and he looks and and sort of nods, and they, what is that? D8?
yeah,
Okay.
D8 plus whatever.
Rolled real good. They do that into their buddy. Starts immediately like coughing.
Mhm.
Like coughs like some really deep, like just kind of gunk and
And his
spits
face melts because they're allergic to it.
And-
what did you do?
and just spits something like
screaming.
Yeah.
like so coughs real deep, spits
Your
something.
approach is so much better than my approach.
Yeah, spits something like real nasty
I just
out on
wanted
the
to hear you say
sidewalk.
that.
And while the one that they've kind of like leaned the weight of this guy onto, he's sort of like supporting him, and he's like regaining consciousness after the shock like this. The other one's still kind of on high alert. What was the next step in this plan?
Well, this is as far as my plan went.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
And then I was like, and I guess I will point to one of their weapons, and then I will point towards the fighting. And then cautiously start moving in that direction, opening my back to them. Basically,
The funny thing is the only reason you're showing your back to them is because there's not much that they can take advantage of the situation.
one of them makes like a really
I could embed the axe in your armor
loud,
and you wouldn't feel it.
like very, very glottal noise at you, trying to like get your attention, you guys. And when you turn around, the one that wasn't supporting weight has bow drawn at you and kind of motions you to not go towards that area,
All right, well, then I'll follow his directions.
which is basically back the way you came.
Oh, he's telling me
That's
to go back?
Telling you to go back. Don't go towards what you're hearing. He wants you to go back.
I will point at my gun and point towards it. And kind of make the kind of circular all-together movement.
Now bow is fully drawn.
See, I feel like you should just drop these fools.
All right. Well, then, I will walk away.
Okay. I mean, it doesn't take too long. Like, once you start making steps, like he relaxes the bow, you can hear the tension come off of this bow. Okay. And they get their friend, and if you want to keep doing your stealth, you'll watch as they make their way, still not going towards that combat, still very aware of it, but they still seem to be trying to skirt it because that's like the shortest path to what they're going towards. This is where they're planning on going anyway. But now
they weren't planning on going towards that. They're
toward the combat. Like nobody knew about that combat.
Okay.
Until it started to break out. They still want to get to their original goal.
All right.
Which happens to be like having to skirt around.
Yeah, once there's enough distance that I can safely talk on the comms, I will kind of communicate what just happened.
Well, you've got 500 feet of telepathy with your mask.
It's 500 feet? Okay. Well, then I will... All right, I hope you guys are on your way. There's combat over here, but these guys don't seem to want any part of it.
Okay. We have a very knocked out captain on our end.
Yeah, he's super unconscious.
All right. Well, I mean, I don't know what you want to do, but I kind of want to see where the fight is, what the fight is, and I kind of want to see where these guys are going.
And why they don't want you involved in the fight? Sounds like they didn't want you involved.
Yeah.
If you explained that whole situation, then yeah.
Well, we could also see it through our masks. No, because your mask wasn't on.
Well,
for
I don't
that
know.
one section, right?
They could turn.
So you would have to explain it.
I mean,
yeah. So I don't know if it's all on or off.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Okay.
All right, but that's fine. Once you put it back on to kind of talk to us, like you explain the situation. I mean, it's not.
Yeah, I just turned on the hologram. I don't know if the other things are all attached to that.
Yeah. Okay. The hologram is basically like a mental action. Like, do you want to be scary or not scary?
Okay.
So you communicate all that info to them. Now, they're pretty far behind you. I mean, they're like 500 feet is still like a tenth of a mile.
Right.
That's like 2-3 minutes walking. 2-3 minutes of hustle, like 4 minutes walking. But anyway, you've got choices. You can try to follow.
I'm going to take
wait
a quick
for the group.
look. I have a decent survival. Are these guys hard to follow through the trail?
It sounded kind of urbanish. You said like through buildings and streets.
Yeah, but it's like overgrown. There's like rubble and
dirt
plants and crap.
Plants and new dirt.
New dirt.
Yeah.
I think the dirt here is pretty old. It's a floating city.
Yeah, but I mean, like the plants, like it turns stuff.
Make me a survival check.
All right.
Like, have you ever seen like overgrown house?
24.
There's like dirt in the house, and you're like, where this dirt?
Now that they've got the one mobile
process,
they're hard to track.
Okay. Well, I gotta make a choice.
You want visual lines on these guys because they're very hard to track, actually.
Ooh, these guys are good at this part. All right, so...
And it's less like rogue sneaky and more ranger sneaky. Like, just rangers just naturally...
Oh, yeah.
Knowing where to step to not leave a print or something.
Yeah,
right.
Like, it's that type of... Nothing magical, it's just this terrain right here.
Note to self, nobody give these guys a real rifle.
Terrain.
Yeah, really.
Well, they live on a city. What favorite terrain are they going to have?
Yeah.
My house.
My couch. My couch is my favorite terrain.
Get +2 to every check that involves my couch.
They just have people carrying them around on their couch.
It's like your own litter. Just like...
Okay.
The world is my living room.
I need to write that scenario now.
So you are...
Okay.
You have choices.
I need to make a quick choice.
Yep. You can wait for your group. You can go towards the fight. Or you can follow... Yeah.
Well, we can follow you to the fight, even if you show up early.
All right. Yeah, the fight's not going to go anywhere. So I'm going to follow them.
Okay. So you follow him. The three of you will kind of follow directions because it's kind of linear to this point. Like you were on a landing pad. You walk across the landing pad. Now you're in an urban area. Make me perception checks, and really the only thing you need to hit is like a 15. Just because of distance.
I got a 15.
19.
Maia and Ion can get these three caballeros here to
12.
Yeah. So
you can follow.
Just slightly out of earshot. But Ion and Maia can direct you to the sounds of this combat. Just follow us. It's
I don't see it.
Just follow us.
It's the sounds of combat. You don't see them.
Oh, you're talking about that.
So, you approach this combat, and it's kind of like in this valley. Well, not really valley, but like it's happening in a big sort of maybe what would have been like a parking lot.
Between two giant buildings.
Yeah, and like all three of you are able to kind of approach it without being unseen because they're predisposed at the moment. Right. What you find is that there are two groups of this same humanoid species that you had been fighting earlier. One wearing similar livery to what you had been fighting, and another group wearing something different. Now that you're here, make me perception checks.
Well, you're there.
Well, no.
I'm following the other three.
24.
24.
I can attempt it.
Now, the creatures that aren't wearing the same thing of the first four that you encountered, they all have this raiment on. It looks like there's a symbol on their armor. It's an outline of a shield-like shape with an upside-down teardrop breaking through the top and a circle in the middle.
That's heraldry.
Mysticism check.
Okay. I can do that. That's 27.
27.
Also 27.
Also, if you share a view with Cyna, she would technically be able to see it. Your mysticism, you can identify the symbol of... this is the deity Talavet, the goddess of community, self-reliance, and tradition. Lawful neutral deity.
So, the people we haven't met follow the god of community.
Self-reliance and tradition, yes.
But what if they have a misplaced sense of
Lawful
community and
neutral.
tradition, and it's just the other group feels like they're being enslaved by this ever-swallowing religion?
I mean, that's possible, but the community people haven't attacked us yet.
I mean, not yet.
True, but they haven't seen us
because we
either.
haven't encountered them.
You do
Both
make a good
groups
point, though. They're
have...
probably far more willing
They're
to do
lawful
diplomacy.
neutral. So at the bare minimum, I feel like lawful neutral, like if the group we encountered was lawful neutral, I feel like they would have found a way to like at least semi-coexist without just like street brawling each other.
But the other group could literally just be like neutral, and maybe they just don't
I mean,
agree.
it's true. They're not inherently evil just because they're fighting lawful neutral.
You'll find that both sides have incurred a few losses and casualties. You might be able to scare them off of each other, spook them.
Pulling ash from Evil Dead.
Spoopy.
This is my boomstick.
Yeah, I'll throw a cryo grenade in the middle of all of them.
Throw.
I've got
It
a
only does a D8, guys. Come on.
I've got a weapon that's nothing but flashy.
Flashbang.
Flare gun.
Yeah, do that. Followed by a cryo grenade.
Attention.
So, all right. So the combo. Zenka fires off.
Or
Flare
you
gun.
Or we can
A
throw
flare.
a fire extinguisher in the middle of them and shoot it with a gun.
How long does tongues last?
That is a good question. How long does tongues last?
10 minutes.
You look that up.
It's a
I'm going
base
to
of
tell.
10.
I'm going to tell a story, and the story goes: Zenka fires a flare.
Okay.
Ion throws a grenade. Grenade blows up, and the losing side of this battle, which appears to be the same kind of livery that you were fighting earlier, routs. And the other group kind of stands on guard in this area. Of the 3 people in that group that were here, one of them has been shot.
One of them has been?
Yeah, like arrow through the gut.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't
With a gun?
No, it doesn't look great.
I mean, we have a med patch. Will that help?
But what will happen is, if you continue to watch these creatures, one of them will run off in a direction while the other stays with this wounded soldier and kind of consoles them, and like the same kind of cooing noise, kind of like soothing noises to try to like calm this individual down.
You know what? Let's do this. Do I still have tongues?
That's what we're
10 minutes
trying
level.
to find out.
Yeah, it's 10
So you've got
level.
80 minutes.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're good.
Or
Okay.
an hour of tongue.
Here's what
Yeah,
I'm
because
saying.
it lets me cast the spell.
Yeah.
That's the nice thing
Let's
about
go-
spell gems versus scrolls.
With a 27, how much do you actually know about Televet and mysticism?
Oh, right, yeah, because I guess
Because what
I
I'm
rolled that
saying
27.
is, if I have tongues, right, and you feed me, hey,
Oh, here's a traditional greeting.
here's a traditional greeting, here is some of this, and I can come up and say,
What was your mysticism? Okay, so
I don't have a mysticism.
you're all right.
So
So,
I'm not
here's
gonna-
the
I'm
thing.
gonna
What I'm
relay,
saying
be like,
is,
hey,
I
that's
want
a
to be a
symbol of-
mouthpiece.
Right, I can
Okay.
tell, like, that was a symbol of television.
Gotcha.
And I'll tell him that, like, yeah, that's usually, they follow community and tradition. And,
Okay. So you've got tongues. And again, it's the cooing is more like now that you're hearing it, it's like they're there. That's okay. It's all right. You're going to be all right. You start to hear that interjected with what appears to be prayers.
Okay.
And while you might not be the most devout follower of Saren Ray, you still understand like what prayer is and all that
Right.
stuff, because
I'm like slightly better than just like a Sunday Christian
Okay.
with my
Yeah.
following of
He's
Saren
got the
Ray.
Cliff Notes version of Saren Ray's
Yeah,
Bible
but you
that he
also
prays from.
held up a 0 when I asked what your mysticism was.
Okay, I'm at least a Sunday Christian.
Okay.
I'm not a fair weather Christian.
He's got
All
enough culture to make
Well,
up for the lack
you
of
know that
mysticism.
this is a prayer because every 12th word is Talavet, right? So
Right.
I mean, that
Right,
it's
I
a
get it.
prayer or a
I get
hymn,
it.
one or the other.
I know
Pick-
what prayer is. I
Oh,
get
they're
you.
followers of Talavet. Oh, well, that
So-
would explain why they keep saying it.
Can you say? Can you?
As you're describing like the song and the
Right.
following and whatnot, Maia.
Is there that's what? Here's what.
Well,
What do you say
Maya's
we
going to
come
be
in
able to
peace?
tell you that, like, yeah, they're following it, but like it's real awkward. Like it's almost like a cargo crate type thing, or not cargo crate, but cargo cult thing, where they've kind of picked up on Talavet through, maybe a pamphlet or something that dropped
Oh,
somewhere.
like Mad Max, where they worship engines.
Okay, but here's what I'm saying. Here's what I'm saying. Like, let's say, like, if you find like any type of like Christian pamphlet, there's a good chance that the Lord's Prayer is going to
Yeah,
be,
or
like,
something in
printed
there.
on it.
Yeah.
Is there a Televet prayer that way that I can go up and start cooing it?
Oh, like John 3:16 on every chick tract.
Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that when I go up, I can like.
For Talavet so loved the community, he
Right,
gave his only
exactly.
begotten pickaxe, so
All
that
for one and
whosoever
one
should
for
have
all.
to dig
Yes.
would not get dirty hands, but have really good foundations. Yeah.
Right.
I probably know that much. I'm pretty high intelligence.
Right. Yeah. Something along those lines. He can feed it to me, and I can like
Here's the Wikipedia article on
All right.
tongues it at people.
Cool.
You keep a copy of Wikipedia.
Ion, make a go ahead and make me a
Scholars are
mysticism
small.
check.
I don't have mysticism.
I know, make it anyway. Like I'm not setting.
I rolled a 20.
See, that's all you had to say. So
That's all you have to say for any roll.
yeah, I mean that's how you win this game. So through Maya's coaching
I rolled
and your
1
own kind of understanding of dogma, you approach you also kind of like mimic these prayers.
Mhm.
And while, this one that's kind of like nursing the other one that's like really injured is kind of sort of shocked to see someone
Not them.
not them. And it's kind of unusual, but you're kind of mimicking this prayer and stuff. You can see that relaxes them a bit, so they're not immediately trying to find like arms or anything like that. You'll find that you're able to get to within about 10 feet before it gets a little nervous.
That's fine. I'll stop there.
Okay, yeah, you can get to about 10 feet before it starts to get a little bit nervous. Title music for Dead Sons is provided by Overclocked Remix and created by CFX. Find more great game remixes at ocremix.com. Ambient music provided by Tabletop Audio. Original 10-minute ambiances and music for games and stories. Find out more at tabletopaudio.com.